Hello, so in the last video we got this going again. It was some capacitors that were being dodgy, and if you remember, it's not making any noise just because it's down the speakers. Yeah, so it's only got 3 voices working at the minute. The second one, if you notice, it's been a bit funny. So it's about figuring out what is wrong with that. The first thing we're going to do is just go through the process of elimination, and if it has to come to it to do tests and whatnot, then it'll have to happen. But I'm going to just fiddle around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rule things out. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove card 1. I'm going to put card 2 into card 1's place. This will show us if there's any dodgy contacts on either the connector or on the board underneath. Then we'll know that's the problem. So we turn on number 1 this time instead. Problem's still there, so it's not that. So first off, we're going to have a little peek. You know, I think I might have found that. I think I might have seen the issue. I can't remember actually where in the schematic. Well, I won't look at the schematic quite yet. I'm going to do a couple of kind of fiddling around first, and hoping it's going to be nice and simple, but we'll see. So, got some contact cleaner. It's hiding. So I'm looking through trying to find the basically where the filter is. So what's happening is I went through this slightly in the first video. The link is to the first video, but there's 2 oscillators. If you watch this, if you look at this document, you'll see it. But the 2 oscillators get mixed down, go through some analog switches and VCAs. So you can control the voltage via voltages. None of the actual voices go through any of the potentiometers. The potentiometers send voltages in. So all of these parameters, a lot of the knobs on the top are shared between all of the voice cards. So the fact that the other voice cards work means that it's not a problem with any of the knobs, it's a problem with this card. It could even be a dry joint on the back, but first off we're going to clean the sockets on the filter. So it goes into this, which is IC5, have a look at the link, but that's the VCAs, the 2 voltage controlled amplifiers that control the volume of each of these, and that's the volume knobs on the top of the Powertran for the 2 oscillators. And then it goes over to this wire, that wire goes in, and it looks like this part here is the filter. And this is the ADSR, the IC13 ADSR goes and controls the filter. So the problem's going to be around here. So IC10, IC9, IC dead people, I'm interested to see where IC6 is. IC6 is over here, that's not the problem. So IC10, IC9, IC8, all of those. So IC9, IC8, IC9, IC10. So it's this main bit. So it could be anything in here. This is the filter basically right here. So it could be this potentiometer. So I'm going to spray a bit of cleanie on the potentiometer, give it a wiggle, bring it back to about where it was. I should do it with a screwdriver, but what are you going to do? And then I'm going to also remove and reseat the sockets, and then it could be as simple as that, or we could be here for a while. We'll find out. Let's hope this is a nice and easy fix. You never know, you just try things until it does something, but you never know, it might end up going all the way down to just going to having to mess around with loads of other things. But so I'm out, flat out. Come on. Come on. Let's squeeze that back in after wriggling it. Something. I mean, it might not be the filter, but I've got a pretty good feeling that it's the filter. It sounds like it's feeding back on itself. It could also be the output VCA possibly. So we've done that. I'm going to have a look at, after the filter comes out, it goes over to IC, I keep on saying IC dead people, is it? The 6th sense or something. IC8. So that's the output. There's a VCA there. Well, we've already reseated IC8, so that goes straight to the output. So hopefully this is going to be nice and quick, and this is going to be a short video, but for me that'll be hopeful. But I guess you'd want to see some more problem solving, but we never know. We may never know. We're going to have a look. So I'm having a look, just double checking any dodgy looking traces or such like that. Figure out where that. Yep, let's try it. Let's give it a go. So let's put it into number 2. Right, let's put it into number 2, turn it on, see what the fudge happens. You never know. You never know. We might have been lucky. No. Okay, so it's getting deeper. We're going to have to keep on crunching, keep on going. Okay, so, right. Now, those are the simple options done. It might be a case of just seeing if there's anything like obvious. If there's not, then we're going to have to go to plan B, which is not preferable. I want to just fix it. I want it to work already. Next thing, may as well, before we go any further, is just take out the filter chips. IC9, IC10. Which one's IC10? Is that the one in the middle? IC8, IC10. Yeah. Take these out and then plop in one from another board, so that they're not gonna burn. There's nothing in here that's gonna damage them if they're not already damaged. Pull them out, plonk them in, see what happens then. Right, let's give it another go. Oh, well, it's quite simple then. Oh, well, there we go. Didn't have to go deeper into it, really. It's just one of these chips is broken. It could be one of the LM13700s. Then this middle chip, which is a CA458, which might be the, where's a CA458? It could be, it's very possible it's IC9, because IC9 is looks to be the voltage control for the resonance, maybe. I might be wrong there. Let's boil it down to a single chip and then swap that chip. So let's remove the central chip first, this CO458. Luckily we have a working one, so we can kind of bounce between and see what goes on. So if the problem persists there, we know that it's exactly that chip. Yeah. It's basically, there's so it's the op amp that's buffering the resonance. Something's gone a little bit up and kerfuffled with that. So it's a CA1458 IC8. I need to see what is. A 1458 op amp. So I'm going to have a look and see if I can find a 1458 op amp, and we're going to have a working Polysynth. So the 1458, you can literally drop in and replace it with a TLO72. There might be slight variations, but for this circuit, because it's only the resonance buffer, it seems, I'm just going to put it in. We'll see if it makes any difference. So this is on channel 1. So channel 1 is going to have a direct replacement. It's just a TLO72. If it sounds too different, but it still sounds alright, then possibly swap them all for TLO72s. And if it doesn't, then I'll have to order one of the op amps. So let's have a look-see, shall we? Let's get it on. Sounds exactly the bleeming same. Okay, that's good. Now the great thing about the fact that we fixed that voice card is now we can flip it over to 4 voice mode and we can have 4 separate voices. Oh, it sounds so much better now, doesn't it? Oh yeah. The biggest problem with this, as you were probably aware in the video about this, was the actual tuning of the voices, because you kind of have to turn them all onto one voice mode. That's only the first voice. But then you... and you kind of make sure. There's a reset button on the back, so if you flick it over to this, because it's all logic circuitry, the power, the polyphony, the polyphonic part of it, which is absolutely amazing the way that's done. If you check the document on the polyphonic circuitry, it's an incredible feat of problem solving without basically using a Z80 or something like in that time. So yeah. Oh yeah. You cannot beat it when it's nice and easy like that. It may go again, there may be another problem that's caused that problem, but I find that possibly unlikely. I think the capacitors were the main problem. Sort that out, bish bosh bash. It's been mentioned in the last comment that the power supply in this isn't the best. Well, yeah, it's not great. It matches a few of the other Powertran synthesizers. If you look at a lot of their documents, they use a very similar method with the power supply, and doesn't seem to harm that. The fact that the capacitors were all starting to make open contacts here and there, it probably didn't help matters with the transistors not having, well, it just means that they're a lot more susceptible to failure when the capacitors go out. But now the capacitors are fixed, shouldn't be a problem anyway, so it shouldn't need a modification, I don't think so. But we never know, there may be another video on this very soon. I'll play you out with a direct recording of it, and it has been requested for this to be on the internet. To be honest, I thought it already was, but there's a link to it below. Sam, when I picked this up, Sam Hallis shared the document. I'm not sure where he got that from, but it's here anyway. Anyway, let's have a listen, shall we? In all of its glory again. It's back! It's alive!